Just look at that beautiful, beautiful little cake. Look at that. Hi everyone, welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. Today we're doing a timeless classic. We're going back in time. We're going back to the 70s. These cakes were everywhere. They are now a forgotten cake. No, not many people make these anymore, you know. We're going to make the fairy cake, the butterfly bun. It's a simple vanilla sponge, you know, a vanilla sponge bun, bit of cream, a little dobbing of icing sugar over the top. Absolutely fantastic. Takes us all back, way back to the 70s. Easy to do. In here I've got some butter, in here I've got some sugar, and it's a classic sponge. We're just going to blend that together. Make sure you've got your oven on about 180. That'll do. You know, they always say cream it till it's light and fluffy and all the rest of it. Now, I don't know if I'm impatient or I don't know the idea of creaming and fluffing, but that's good enough. In there with a little bit of vanilla. Now, it always says eggs in one at a time, beat them in, blah, blah. Chuck all your eggs in. Now, it's everybody to their own. If you want to put one in at a time, please feel free. Now, if you start beating all that in, there's a danger of it curdling. There's not if you put some of your flour in. Right, in with the rest of your flour. You can put a little bit in at a time if you want. In with 1 to 2 tablespoons of milk to loosen the mix. That will do. Get a spatula and just bring it in. Nice and steady. That looks superb. A nice little cake holder thingy bobby tray and some papers in there. And then it's a case of put our mix in. So we're going to just go a tablespoon in every one and then keep going back. And there should be about, that's a bit more in that one. There you go, that's good enough. In the oven, bake for about 15 to 18 minutes. Okay, they're done enough. Look at those. Super. Nice, a little bit of spring to them. Perfect. On there. So all we do now is let them cool down. And you can take them out and put them on the rack if you want. We're going to let them cool down and then we can carry on with the next stage. They are beautiful. Okay, before we actually crack on and do those, we need to set up some cream. So I've got some cream here, look. And we're just going to go a little splash of vanilla and some icing sugar. And we are going to give that a blend. There we go, that's about got it. Okay, so it's a straightforward one. We take our little cupcake like that and we take a knife and we're going to just cut round there like that. Bring it all the way around like that and take that out. And then all we do is cut through that. I'll cut them all first and then we'll carry on. What I've done, I want to put some jam in there, and I've watered this down with boiling water. I've loosened it so it's more pourable. It was quite a thick raspberry jam, but I want that so it actually pours into the cake and actually soaks in there, drips in, and then we put the cream on the top. The deeper you cut in, the more cream and jam you get in. So we need to put a blob of jam in all of those. Okay, and it's a straightforward job. We're going to use a piping bag, and we're just going to squirt some cream on the top of those. In we go. Nice bit of cream on there. A bit rough and ready then, but they'll do. Oh, look at those things. So what you do then is you take the wings, okay, and you turn it so that the cook side is on the inside like that. Just dab that in there like that, because when you dust it with icing sugar, the icing sugar goes on there. Look at that. Ain't that fabulous? So again, turn it over and put it on there. Oh ho! 1970s, bring it all back. Just look at those. They are absolutely superb. Not bad for a bricklayer. And then you take a little bit of icing sugar. Now, I'm not keen on icing sugar, as you know, so it's only a light dusting. They look absolutely stunning. Just look at that beautiful, beautiful little cake. Look at that. You know, this was a British thing, definitely in the 1970s, and if you made them or you had them, let me know in the comments. Now, what I do want to know, who had this around the world? Did it travel? Was it in America? Was it in Australia, South Africa, New Zealand, wherever? Let me know if you had fairy cakes or butterfly cakes, depends what you know them as a child. Or did you make them? They are absolutely superb. These are a forgotten cake that needs bringing back. You know, just look at that. That is fabulous. That is absolutely sensational. You know, every kid in the world who's interested in cooking and baking and standing with mum or dad, grandmas, making cakes, that is a perfect little bun for the kids to make. What does it taste like? Well, we know what it tastes like. It tastes a bit like a Victoria sponge cake. Soft sponge, got jam in, cream on, everything else. Come on, let's go for it. Let's take down the paper. Oh, we got two lots on here, look. Oh, that's my mistake. Soft sponge, look at that. Now, do we pull it apart? Do we eat the wings? Do we go straight for the cream? How do you eat yours? Oh, dilemma. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. You know, these used to be massive when I was a kid. Oh. Absolutely sensational. That sponge is so light. Oh, it's ridiculously good. Let's give the cakes away, but I'm going to have to try another one. You've always got to make sure that they're all the same before you give them away. Oh, that is just ridiculous. The sponge is so soft. Well, if you like what we're doing, don't forget to share with your friends. Tell them how easy it is to make fairy cakes or butterfly buns from all the way back when. They need keeping alive. They're a fantastic cake to make with kids. They look special, you know. They're really simple. They look special. Little blob of jam in there with the cream. Soft sponge. Bang on. If you like what we're doing, big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Ring that bell. Catch you in the next video.